worried what's coming next, man.
Dude,
You think they know?
I don't know.
Do you think they know about the idea? The idea.
Hello, friends. Give me just a minute. I'm doing my quick updates, getting everything out so everybody knows kind of, hey, I still exist. Somewhere in the deep recesses of the internet. So, yeah, give me a minute. I'm just doing some posting real fast. But otherwise, should be okay. That did the thing. I think that's the thing I wanted. Well, now it'll post. I'm a punk bitch. Sorry, I am complaining to my Discord because for whatever reason, my level bot or my cat bot or whatever bot it is that I have in my Discord, it has not been functioning to where it will let people know that I'm streaming. It won't let people know that I have, posted anything on my social medias, done anything, so I've actually been going in and doing it myself recently. And it's been since, like, it feels like the turn of the year. But it definitely hasn't been that long. I definitely want to say, like, February. But, I just went through and just, posted to Twitter that I'm live, because, for whatever reason, now my Twitter notifications don't work through Streamlabs, so I'm like... So, I have to figure that out, but I went and posted, hey, I'm live, we're doing a thing, we're having a good time tonight, and my level bot decided that it wanted to post now that my Twitch is live, because it's a punk bitch. But yeah, so that feels right up my alley as far as how technology has been going, how it's been feeling to me, what it's been doing to me. We're having a time of it, that's for sure. So, currently, I don't really have a lot going on. I'm gonna kind of wait, chill, see kind of what goes on, give everybody a little few minutes. It's just super weird not having like audio or music or anything going on in the background like I normally do. I have words to say about that. But basically, that's because my stuff, or not my stuff, but my computer, my newly built computer, I mean, I built it from scratch in like November. I think I talked a little bit about it in my New Year's stream. But basically, I didn't realize that computers don't normally have speakers anymore, or if they did, it was part of the monitors. So now I can't hear shit that's going on. I have no idea what's going on for anything. It's kind of super weird, but we're jamming, we're jiving. But yeah, that's why I don't have music going, because I also don't have enough USB ports, which is dumb. I don't have enough ports because actually it's a lie. I do have enough ports. I just don't like going to the behind of my computer to plug something in. Because currently I've got 2 ports that I actually have access to that's like right in front. But currently they are being used. So because of that, I don't have access to my external hard drive, which means we don't have my iTunes, which means we get no music, which sucks. Because music is like my favorite part of doing streams and stuff, because then I can sit here with dumb random anime background music and be like, oh my god, look at what we're listening to. And yeah, and then just geek out about it for a little while. But I don't have that. I don't have that now or currently. It's probably something I'll work on getting set up in the next little bit. But otherwise, that's kind of just why the stream is quiet. It's because I don't have music. And I don't want to pull up YouTube because this is already pulling enough. It's already pulling enough of my stream. As far as like the oh god, what is it? It's not the specs, but it pulls enough of our internet, and I currently work off of I don't even know what it's called, but it's like one of the outside Wi-Fi router things, but it's not a router thing. I don't know. It's super fucking weird. But yeah, that's kind of where we are. That's kind of what's going on. So I don't want to play any music on in the background because that requires YouTube or something, and I just don't have the internet for that. At least not right now. I think I'll probably have that when I actually, be nice to my system and my setup and actually do the things I'm supposed to. Currently, I don't like doing either of those. But yeah. So, I thought I would come by, come pop in, come say hello to everybody. It's been a little bit of time. I didn't realize that, we were into May. And I was like, oh shit, I haven't streamed since New Year's. And I said that I was gonna stream more often. Sorry. Sorry, everybody. I'm really bad at it. I'm really bad about keeping, to a schedule. Probably everybody that ever knows me or has ever known me or anything of that nature, while I like to think that I can do things and be like, oh, I'm gonna be spontaneous, I'm gonna do this time. Schedules have always worked better for me, and since I haven't had a schedule or haven't scheduled in streaming time, your girl just hasn't. Sorry about it. But it's okay. I mean, I feel like streaming is kind of something that I like to do, but I need to get back into and kind of, do the thing because streaming is kind of this whole other ballpark. And I know I want to get back into it, want to get better at it, want to, do the stuff with it. But it takes a little bit of time. So I'm gonna do one more posting and then I will be right back to sit and chat. Copy text. Let me go into here. What's in here? Self promo. Okay. I've now done my extra other posting of, hey, I live, I exist, let's do a thing. but yeah, that's kind of really all that's been going on. I mean, for right now, for like the 2 seconds I've been on and been streaming, is we have no music because I'm an idiot. I didn't really plan anything for this stream, so I'm an idiot. It's been a little bit of time. Hello, friend. Yeah, it's been a little bit of time since I've been in the streaming sphere, and I always forget that I need to do these things and get everything up and running, but, your girl is kind of an idiot. So yeah, so we're just gonna sit here, we're just gonna chat. One of these days, I'm gonna get back and get my setup back up and running, to where I actually am, like, streaming games again. I have my capture card just chilling. So sometime I plan on running it to back there, to my cute little PS5 over here, and starting to stream some games, but I also want to actually start playing a little bit more on stream. Oh, thank you! Thank you for coming back! Yeah, I did actually pull open my Steam for, like, the first time in ages, and the only reason I did that is because I actually got an access code for an alpha game. Not an alpha game, but an alpha access code that's still in alpha testing. And I was like, oh, I want to go in and I'm gonna go play this. And then I was like, streaming it would be cool. So I am slowly trying to figure out how to set that up in my stream setup that we got going over here. So maybe that'll be a next time. Maybe I just need to, decide to actually go into my stuff, like, more than 10 minutes before I decide to go stream. Because that would be really helpful. At least I think it would. I think at that point, you don't have to sit here and listen to me ramble about nothing for 15 minutes. So yeah, I think that's, like, my next to-do list item is go through and set up my Steam to where I can actually, sit here and play games with you guys on Steam. I don't really have a way to do, like, my old crafting streams like I used to. Unfortunately, that's not anything that's, like, in the cards. Like, I could. It just, would not go well. Because I'm not moving my beast that's down below me. So then I would have to stream off of my laptop, which is what I used to do. That actually used to be how I had my stream setup function, was we were streaming off of laptop, my dudes. So I'd rather I didn't have to do that, but also, since I've moved, I now have like a gaming setup that's here, and then we actually have a whole separate section for like a craft room. So if I were to set up like crafting streams, it would be something where I would like have to set up my laptop in there and then move my cute little camera and then stream from there, and I can't guarantee what the stream is going to look like because I don't know if it's going to have access to very good Wi-Fi. Because our house is not hardwired into a lot of things. It's actually hardwired into another computer that has to specifically be, and it's a work computer, so unfortunately, if that gets disconnected, we're no longer working. So I'm trying to kind of figure that out, try and figure out, you know, how Wi-Fi kind of pulls a little bit. Yeah. So that's kind of what we deal with. Yeah. We also made kind of a dumb mistake when it came to setting up my computer originally. And I don't think any of us realized it was really going to be a problem, but we didn't order the parts for it to be a Wi-Fi computer for it to pick up an internet connection. We built it to where it would be hardwired into the connection. Now, normally that's not an issue. This is an issue in my house. I was working on that for several months, trying to figure out how to hardwire my computer in. None of the ports were working, none of the, like, cables were working, I couldn't get anything to function, so we are now working with a cute little Wi-Fi thing. Look at him go. He's doing so good. Usually if he's blinking, that means that he's working. So, I'm also going to take that with me streaming. It's working. So, that's how my computer functions on the internet now. So we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. I don't know how to fix my computer to make it actually have an internet connection other than like just rewire my entire house. So I'm not out here trying to fix that or do that. So that's kind of what we got. That's what we're dealing with. So if I ever get the chance to stream in my craft area and do crafting streams like I used to, you know, where I was like setting up my cosplays, or I was working on some random armor build, or I was making a prop or whatever for costumes or events or anything that was coming up, that's probably what I'll have to do, but I'll have to test it. So again, we'll kind of run into one of these situations we got going on now, to where I'm just gonna sit here and tuck your ears off and do the thing. So, thanks for dealing with me. Thanks for, checking in and doing the stuff, cause, I know it's been like 5 months since I've, checked in with everybody, but I feel like that's okay. I feel like, you know, I can come in here and kind of give you guys updates and kind of be like, hey, this is what's going on. This is, you know, how things are functioning. But I would definitely like to come back in here and stream a little bit more. So I'm tentatively trying to put a schedule together to where I try to stream on at least Tuesdays. Tuesdays seem to be my most open of days during the week. Other than that, if I get the chance to, I would like to stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays and try and do it twice a week. So that way we can kind of get into a rhythm, get our drive going again, because I loved having that schedule. I loved being able to, you know, hop in here like right after work, you know, come eat noodles on stream as I'm trying to, you know, work on some costume shit. And then, you know, have another day to kind of just do other random garbage. So in this case, that's kind of what we're testing. So thanks for sticking it out. Let me see what this. Let me give. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. That's actually super helpful to have because I don't know where this has been. Anyway, sorry. I don't mean to derail us, but I do mean to derail us. So, I'm just checking to make sure that all my streams are still functioning, that my stats are still okay, that I'm not overwhelming my computer. I hate that I'm on 30 FPS. I know there's a way to make that better, but it's okay. It's fine. All is well, I think. But please let me know if there's something that you notice kind of go a little wonky. If for whatever reason I decide to mute and then don't unmute, just let me know. just type it out. 'Cause yeah, I am also extremely notorious for forgetting that I don't have sound on. But yeah. So, just kind of checking in, doing that. Let me see. Oh, I can tell you guys about the Shoot Fest. I can go in and tell you guys how so much fun it was. I've never actually. Is the tower really that heavy? It's pretty bad. It's a hulky beast. But I mean, like, it does what it needs to, and it is a very high functioning computer, I think. I don't know. I know enough about the specs to know that it definitely runs a little bit more than, like, middle line. It actually kind of runs a little bit towards higher line, as far as the specs and what it's capable of doing. I think it really gets limited based off of just being able to run on Wi-Fi. I promise I'll get that fixed sometime. I promise. It just will not be now. But yeah, I have him sitting under here. But yeah. I'm definitely hoping to definitely get this back up running, do the whole shebang. Anyway, Shoot Fest. Shoot Fest was so much fun. For those of you that don't know, or, you know, aren't on my Discord or don't know my pages, my cute shameless plug, please go check out all my pages, go do the things. I do cosplay modeling and or boudoir modeling and or NSFW work. So yeah, if you want to check out that, the upper line is my good stuff. If you want to check out the lower line, that's where it starts getting a little spicy. But basically, we go and we kind of plan these photo shoot weekends. We have our photographer that comes out from Georgia, and she comes out for a few days. We try and plan all of our costumes, what we want to do, different things like that. It's definitely a lot of fun. Let me see if I can change this real fast. Basically, it's a lot of fun to be able to go do that. It is a little bit spicy. So it was our first time going to shoot at a beach. I don't think any of us had really done that before. So we actually all took a drive down to San Diego. We were all down in the San Diego area, and went down to some of the clothing optional beaches, and went and shot a whole bunch of stuff. And I think for the most part, a lot of it turned out so much fun. I know I shot like 2 artsy things, because I kind of miss doing that. It's been something I've wanted to do for a really long time, and I got the chance to, and so, I like doing that on top of my costume work, so being able to have that ability has been so good. So I shot two artsy garbage, and then I did shoot 1 cosplay set that I'm hoping to have edit, and try and get it submitted into Cosplay Deviants. That was the Marin selfie that I took in my Discord, which, speaking of, do I have any of my dumb little things that I used to? Give me 2 seconds. That's not what I wanted. None of these are what I wanted. How did we get here? No, I would not like to log out. Hello? Can I go back to my... Okay, never mind. It's not gonna do the thing. Usually I've got a little... Hold on, let me see if it still works. Oh my god. Are you really gonna make me log in? You're such a punk bitch. I don't know. I'll figure that out in a minute. Chat's being awful. But, God. I have a link to my Discord, and I was posting photos of kind of the behind the scenes a little bit, and I actually posted some more behind the scenes photos today too. So yeah, I'm hoping that Marin set looks really nice, to where I can have that be a full set. I was having so much fun. I have never taken photos in the water. This water. I'm gonna go on a rant about this water for a minute. So we're at a beach. You expect there to be life forms somewhere in the water, on the water, whatever. No. This beach was crawling. Was like crawling with little snails, mollusk things that are like in shells. And I'm not kidding. We get in the water, but like we're in the water like maybe this far, like it barely covers our feet. And when the tide goes, or when the water goes back down, it takes everything. Then you just feel all of them moving underneath your feet. It is the worst feeling in the world. I did not handle that very well for a while. So when we were trying to shoot, I didn't really want to be terribly close to the water, because I was like, oh, all of these things are right underneath my feet. Oh no. So we kind of didn't get terribly close, but then there got to be a point, and I think it had to do with the tide. The tide either went back a little bit further, and it kind of took all of the little creatures with it, which was also super nice, because then I could actually, like, sit on the beach and not be terrified of, like, these things crawling. Not even crawling, just slimy, moving, phalange things. It's awful. But then, we also had other cute, fun creatures. They're, like, these big, and they're like little sea cucumbers, but they're not quite sea cucumbers. Turns out that they actually do have toxins, and it's not enough to like hurt us, but it's enough to do, you know, to do some damage to stuff. And, I had one get latched onto my foot for a while. And, it was not fun. It was not fun. I had the biggest freak out. Full screamed, ran away, did the whole shebang. I was having none of it. Wanted to be nowhere near the water, was over it, was like, I'm done. I'm good. We're good. So beaches do have life forms. They do exist. Even though the ones that are up a little bit more north towards like LA, there's no living items on the beach. They just don't exist. Probably because there's so many people. But at this beach, there were so many. There were so many creepy crawlies. I was over it. I was done. But I think once we got past that, and all the creatures kind of stopped being on the beach, it was much better. Everything felt a lot better. We were actually able to shoot, and I was actually able to like lay in the sand with the water and do some really cool stuff. So I thought that was actually pretty cool and a lot of fun, being able to do that. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to have some more beach time, another visit, but currently, that's, you know, that is my single one and only beach time visit of my stuff that has happened. But it was so much fun. We actually got there kind of like mid-afternoon. We went down because we essentially wanted to hit golden hour. Sorry, my garage door just went up and that was the worst feeling. I'm not used to like feeling things happen or listening or hearing anything. Sorry. That just scared the crap out of me for a minute. But yeah, so we were there like afternoon, late afternoon, trying to grab golden hour. So sun didn't set until about 7:30. But in order to get down to the beach, you could either take a 2-mile hike down and, you know, it be relatively calm, but it is 2 miles. Or you could be like us and choose the much more sketchy way to get down, which is basically the most unstable stairs down a cliffside I've ever seen. We opted for unstable cliffs. It's pretty vertical. Everything is pretty vertical. The steps end up being like 2 feet tall in order for like to get up and over some of these stuff. Turns out between a back and forth of going up and down these stairs, turns out we walked a total of 42 flights of stairs. My thighs were on fire. No, my thighs were on fire. Several of us actually had kind of a little bit of breathing problems. I told myself that I was not allowed to have a breathing problem until I got to the top, where then I could have my asthma attack. Otherwise, we were going to continue to have much smaller ones as I was going to continue going up the stairs. So I was like, okay, I can either have one really big one at the end, or I can have several small ones as I'm trying to move and get up this. So I opted for the one big one, which turned out to actually not be as bad as I was expecting it to be. So all was well there, but it was wild knowing that we went through and like climbed so much crap to just get to the space that we wanted to shoot in. Because of course, clothing optional beaches would be a nightmare to get to. Also, the other super weird thing about this beach is while it's clothing optional, right above it, they actually have parasailing. So, depending on what you want to do, you can go parasailing and see very clothing optional people down at the beach, 300 feet below you. So that's fun. I'm pretty sure we scarred people. Because, there was one point where there was, 4 or 5 of them out gliding at the same time. It was so weird. But we were like, at least they're getting a good show. That was basically how we got through that day. Was, well, at least they can enjoy their view on multiple spaces. So we basically were there for a few hours, went back, hated life, but all in all, it was a lot of fun. 10 out of 10 would totally go back and shoot more at the beach. I'm hoping to do that a little bit more. As summer kind of rolls around, I would love to get more beach shots. I just think it's really pretty aesthetically. And then if you can actually, catch the water, catch the waves, catch the light just right, you have probably some of the most breathtaking photos. So, I'm hoping that we can do that sometime because, bitch, it would be so cool. But yeah, it was so much fun. It was a lot of fun. We had a very good time. Glad that Jazzy came out from where she is and was able to, come shoot with us. And, we actually brought along our other photographer, and so there ended up being 3 of us modeling and then 2 photographers, so we were kind of like an on and off rotation of things, and it was fun. I would definitely do it again. I don't know if I want to go necessarily to clothing optional beaches again. I think they're still fun. I think they have their niche and their aesthetic. But I think if I am ever going to do beach shoots again, I think I would like to just go to the beach and just shoot at a normal beach that's, 20 minutes from my house instead of the 2.5, 3 hour drive. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. We did that, and then we shot some more down in San Diego, and, really, really enjoyed our time down there, getting some of the stuff done, shooting some extra stuff that, I don't think that we necessarily planned on doing, but we got done. So, yeah, all in all, it was really just the 5 of us. Eventually, we had some other people join us a little bit later in the trip. And, yeah, it was a good time. I am definitely excited to kind of see how a lot of the photos, how a lot of things come back. So, we'll be waiting on those, and I will hopefully have some to share with everybody soon, maybe. I don't know. It depends how fast my photographers want to get through their backlog of items of different things. So, we'll see. We'll see where things kind of land there. Otherwise, I think it went pretty good. I know I shot some other stuff. So we also ended up renting out a, house. We rented out a property. And on that property, there was also another house where the person that we were renting from lived. And it was super weird. The place that we rented was quite literally a family home. They, had all of their family photos up along their staircase. They had, little, stuff still in the closets of, their clothing. They had, baby furniture everywhere. It was very much still, a place where they would be residing. But they also have, another little extra property, a little extra house there as well. And so I'm guessing that's kind of where they did more of their main living. And then they have this other property as kind of, hey, this is kind of like the play around. It's also a really old house. Oh my god, it was so pretty. They had this gorgeous outside area. It was so pretty. So we also spent a few hours shooting stuff there. Let me see, what did I shoot? I think I shot 2 Cosplay Deviant sets. And then I also shot something for our 2024 calendar. So, we'll see how that one goes. I feel like my gag submission is still my better submission. And that kind of bums me out, but that's kind of exciting. Eventually, depending on when the Kickstarter is live, the Kickstarter is live for our 2024 calendar. But when everything has been picked, when we know all of the models, when we know everybody that's actually made it into the calendar, I think at that point, I will probably be like, here's what I shot. Because I'm insane. I don't think I have ever spent as much money on a food item as I did for that. So, we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that one goes well. I'm hoping that the one I just shot goes pretty well. I had this really good idea about it, and everything was clicking, and then we got there to shoot, and then it just wasn't clicking anymore. And I'm kind of really bummed about it, because I was really excited about it. Really excited about the idea, kind of bringing it to life. It felt like it was something that other people hadn't really done. But then, we were there, we were shooting, we were doing the thing, and it just kind of felt like it kind of fell apart. And not for any reason in particular. I think it was because it was like the first time I'd kind of like seen myself in whatever I was doing, that like I wasn't as enamored with it as I had been previously with, thinking about it in my brain. So that was a little sad, but I think it's okay. I think it's still going to be a really good submission. If that one makes it, I'm going to be so excited. If my other gag submission makes it, I'm going to be so excited. Either way, it's going to be exciting either way. Because getting into our 2024 calendar, getting into our calendar in general is kind of a big deal for all of us deviants. So we all definitely, are pushing, we're striving, we're, trying to get there with our stuff, and we're hoping everything goes well, and most of us are shooting multiple submissions. I think I'm only shooting 2 though. So, 'cause Monster Girls, it's not really my thing. But that's okay. It doesn't have to be my thing, because I took inspiration from some stuff, and I'm hoping that at least it was able to be conveyed. That, I'm definitely an idiot, and it shows. Because, I feel like I definitely, hit that idiot minute with my gag submission. God, I really want to tell everybody what I did. I really want to, but I really need to make it last for like another month, because if I post photos of it, I don't know if I'm gonna hear the end of it. Needless to say, if you're actually in the Cosplay Deviant Discord, there's actually been a huge hint on what I did, that's in our general chat, because my photographer decided to be like, oh, pudding. And, there's not many things you can do for a monster girl with pudding. It was very pointed. But it was, God, that was so much fun. So either way, all of us are super excited about the calendar. All of us are trying our hardest to get in and shoot our last minute things. Everybody has stepped up their game. Everybody looks amazing. Oh my god. Like I said, our Kickstarter just launched this past weekend. I should have a link somewhere, and I do not. Though I'm sure I can find it really fast. Let me do some Googling in the Discords, because I know I've got this somewhere. I'm gonna hope. Oh, it's gonna be an idiot. It's gonna tell me, hey, you're not signed into chat. Because of course I'm not. Why did I do this to myself? Why did I say, hey, you need to be signed in? You need to have all these things in order to be able to send. What do you mean that my username isn't available? You're just asking me to... Oh, because it's asking me for... Never mind. I'm an idiot. I'm just an idiot. It's fine. Natsume cosplays. God, I hope this is my password. Yeah, that's not my password. What is my password? That's not my password. Shit, I'm gonna get myself locked out. Let me try this. Oh no, I know what it is, because Twitch is fucking awful. Where they're like, hey, your password needs to be like 30,000 things long. So it can't just be my cute, short, normal password thing. So give me just like 2 seconds. And I will get us logged in. Okay, that's also not it, but I know that that's it. Why are you like this? Oh my god. Yes, just remember me. Give me my dumb code and remember me. Remember me for 30 days. Thank you. Punk bitch. Just let me proceed. Let me just send what I want to send. Thank you. So that's our Kickstarter for Deviants. For anybody that doesn't know that we do Kickstarters, if you get the chance, check it out. It's definitely a lot of fun. It's really cool. We're hitting a lot of our different stretch goals, and I'm actually really excited about not this upcoming stretch goal, but the stretch goal after that. So we just need to get people to sign up and do the thing. Because yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Everybody's gonna really enjoy it. It very much hits on like that D&D aesthetic that I think a lot of people are really into right now. I'm just not one of those people. I like D&D as a concept. I am terrible at like making OCs. Terrible. So a lot of this calendar is very much, we are envisioning ourselves as monsters, as monster girls. You know, what would our encounter be? What would we be doing? What would, you know, kind of this whole shebang that kind of goes into the Kickstarter, and trying to do these submissions, and everybody that's got like more than 3, I'm like, you guys are insane. You guys love making these, and you know, it's very clear which ones they are, because they have gone balls to the wall with their submissions, with the stuff that's kind of been going on, with what they've posted on their own feeds and stuff. Some of them have been amazing. And so we're really hoping, well, I'm really hoping, to, you know, see a little bit more of what we're working on in the background. We should actually know who's all in the calendar by the end of the Kickstarter. which is, I'm hoping. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to all of the photos that are going to be in it. Everybody's doing amazing. They all look so good. And everybody is definitely coming up with much more creative ideas than I think a lot of us really anticipated, because like when we were talking Monster Girls as kind of like our original idea for this calendar, I was in here and I was like, okay, so we're gonna have like cat girls, elves, fairies, like, you know, the very kind of typical sort of monster girl. We have had like none of those. Everybody has actually brought something totally different. And so like the ones that we have, like we've got a plant monster girl. We've got a minotaur. We have a kappa. Like a lot of things from a lot of different mythologies, from a lot of different places. Like everybody is not going for the obvious choice. And it's really cool that they're not. I did. I went obvious. But not as obvious as I think. I'm still hoping that I will probably be the only one for mine. But we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, essentially everybody is doing some amazing items. I was gonna say, what do we have? We also have an owl bear. And then the ones that actually just got announced when the Kickstarter launched was an Anubis and God, what did Eden do? She technically did a mummy, but it's like a mummy cat, and I know that there's a god in Egyptian mythology that fits that, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. But it's really cool being able to, you know, see all of these things come through and what everybody's been working on. So I'm hoping that we continue to have a lot of really cool monster girls come through, because it's really cool in concept. It's really cool in theory. I personally have problems with it in execution. And that's definitely where my drawback is. And that's okay. I think you can still appreciate something even if it's a little bit hard for you to wrap your head around. So for me, I'm very much I like cosplaying characters. I like, you know, seeing the details that these characters have. I like being able to put together an outfit pretty much like a replica. And that's kind of where I sit on a lot of it. But, you know, this is basically forcing me to be out of my comfort zone of, okay, we're not allowed to pick from existing. You get to pick your own, and while you can have, you know, your own inspiration from these characters, essentially you have to come up with your own backstory, your own look, your own whole shebang. And I think that that's really fun for a lot of the creative people. Oh, welcome! Welcome to my chat. I'm so glad you made it. What's up, my dude? I'm glad that it took me not talking shit about you to appear in my chat. Apparently, I just have to be nice. I have to be nice to you and you'll appear. So, but yeah, that's basically what's been going on with our calendar Kickstarter. So if anybody gets the chance to check, what's over here? Check out that cute little link, and yeah, that's where our calendar Kickstarter is. So if you guys ever get the chance, it would mean a lot to us if we're able to actually, you know, get a little bit over or hit those stretch goals. So hopefully we'll see how it goes. But yeah, 3 pings. Because for whatever reason, Levelbot decided to exist again. Not that it hasn't existed for any of my Twitter posts for the past few months. So I've been having to do them manually. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Levelbot just needed a break, I guess. Because I don't work it enough. You know, because I post once a week if I'm lucky. But yeah, you could have. You could have been here for an hour, but it's okay. It's okay. I mean, we're jamming, we're jiving. I don't know how much more rambling I can do for the next little while. You know, I've already talked about the beach and the calendar Kickstarter, and I'm sure I have other things if they come to mind. But yeah, we have hit a few of the stretch goals currently. I think the stretch goals that we've hit are the prints. We are doing a behind the scenes book on like how things are made, and please, I am praying to God that my gag gets in for this because I have the best BTS for it. The best. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, we've unlocked that. And then we've also unlocked a dice tray. And I think that's really cool. And yeah, there's a lot of things that like are really cool for very much the D&D sort of focus. So people that pledge to our Dungeons and Deviants Kickstarter are probably super in there for this. And I think it's really cool. I do think it's really cool. I just have a really tough time trying to think of, okay, what monster would I be? I'm already a monster. But I can't be me for the calendar. So that's kind of where a lot of my ish has been. But, you know, it's fine. We're good. We're hunky-dory. Everything's gone well. So, we'll see kind of what happens and where things go from here. But we're close to unlocking things. We need to keep going. I'm hoping that we get to the 30,000 goal. That's what I want. I want that one. Because it's really cool. I don't know how much I can tell anybody, but I'm pretty sure I remember seeing somebody already guessed it in the Deviants Discord. So, that's been fun. But yeah, that's kind of where we are. That's kind of where things are going. You're doing commissions. Yeah, that sounds about right. I feel like you're always doing commissions at this point. I feel like you don't exist outside of, hey, I made this really cool prop. Here's some just dumb random, things that I made. Oh, and oh look, it's totally done. And then you're just gone from the Discord for the next, 6 months. So, thanks. Thanks for popping in to kind of tell me you're alive every once in a while. I appreciate that. No, Tenchi was not here. He has not been here. He's probably working. Admittedly, he'll probably give me crap about being on and streaming without him in my Discord in half an hour. So I'm hoping we'll see how that goes. But you guys, bless your souls. Thanks for coming. Thanks for finally, doing a job and modding like you're supposed to. I appreciate you. So yeah, that's kind of how it's going. So we do have a month to go for our Kickstarter. I'm really hoping that it goes well, that we have more submissions, that mine get in. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens and how things go. But yeah, we still have a month. So if you get the chance, do the subscriber, not the subscribing, but I mean, you can always subscribe to all of my stuff. You can always check out that link that I posted in chat earlier. Let me see. It was talking something about, hey, I can pin a message. Let me pin a message. That sounds fun. Sure. Custom. Yeah, that works. I think that's fine. I might have just done it to myself. I'm so sorry. I am so out of practice on this streaming shit. But it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna get back into it, my dudes. We're gonna come back. I'm gonna be streaming more often. I've actually got it planned in my schedule to come back on Tuesdays and eventually Thursdays. But Thursdays are kind of taken, but kind of not taken. I don't know. It's kind of this weird melting spot. I'm hoping to get that kind of up and running, and then the next thing is just to games. I have held off on so many video games because I was like, this would be such a fun game to stream. I just want to be up for hours and stream this game. I have such a backlog now because of it. Like, God, what were the games I was waiting to hold off on? There's quite a few. There's quite a few games I was waiting to be like, oh, I'm gonna play this on stream. Game comes out, few years later, still haven't gotten to it because I'm like, stream! I must stream it! So, we'll get there eventually. But I think for the next stream or whatnot, I think I will actually focus on some of my Steam games. Like I said up at the top of my stream, I did pop open to my Steam for like the first time in like ages, you know, collecting dust over here, because I got an alpha key for a game that I did back on a Kickstarter. God, it feels like it was 2 years ago, and watch it be like 2 years ago. And they just got the alpha keys, and so I'm actually really curious to go through and play it. So I think that would be really good to kind of like test out, and like you guys could help me find bugs and shit, other than me just repeatedly button mashing. You know, seeing how it goes. Plus there's actually a stopping point on that game. And so I'm hoping that that stopping point is not terribly far into the game. So I don't get stuck here for hours being like, oh, what am I doing? So yeah, that's kind of where I'm hoping to kind of lead these eventually. We'll get back to it. And, you know, we'll see what happens, but for right now, that's kind of where we're sitting. I'm kind of gearing up for a few cons, a few events, a few photo shoots that are coming up. I'm not kidding. My May going into June, going into July is insane. I have kept this weekend open because it's Mother's Day weekend. Please remember to text your moms and do the thing. The Eevee shoot is actually happening in January to March of next year. I actually am no longer doing Vaporeon. I am now doing Glaceon. So, that makes it so much easier for me. Because let me tell you, I was gonna scream having to make that garment. What's the There's a huge difference! I'll share the difference in my Discord, or send you a message, or whatever the case is. The difference is I no longer have a giant staff, I now have a cute book. So, that I can make. That I can do very easy. So, I can make things work. Yeah. So, you don't have to worry about me. You don't have to worry about my prop. Eventually, I'd like you to, you know, get around to Lewin. Because eventually I'm gonna do more Fire Emblem cosplays. My next cosplays, I have no idea. I've got that whole list of costumes that I have, and that I'll eventually get around to, and it's just kind of oh, I'm missing few pieces here and there. A lot of it's very much the, oh, I forgot about this prop and different things. So I'm hoping we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm sitting with my costumes. I'm not really working on too many plans, but I think that's gonna be something I'm gonna start working on a little bit more, is because I have accumulated so much crap from all of my costumes that I can essentially take a break from like mass producing photo shoots and costumes and whatever to actually kind of sit down on passion projects, and actually, you know, make costumes from scratch again, you know, back where I started. So that's something that I'm definitely planning on doing, and that's probably going to be like an end of the year into next year. I think next year's very much going to be the year of, hey, I really wanted to cosplay somebody from Xenoblade. Now I have to just make the costume. So we'll see what happens there. Eventually I will get there. Yeah. The Xenoblade props are so fun, though. I definitely... See, that was another game I was gonna play on stream. I was gonna play Xenoblade 3 on stream, because, holy shit, it's so good! Because I've spoiled it now for myself, because I'm a fucking idiot, and, I really love the series a lot. And I'm really excited about it. But I have no idea who I would do. I would probably cosplay somebody from 2. I was actually thinking I might do Pyra, but then I was like, maybe not. So yeah, I'll have to like circle back around on that one. But I think eventually I would very much like to try and tackle that one and have that one be like a year-long project of like, okay, here's my progress, here's what's going on with it, this is what's happening. Have I gotten anywhere in the past year? No. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens on that. But yeah, I think that's gonna be something I'm going to be planning to do. Yeah, I'm not surprised that a prop for just that is like that. But it would be so cool. The blades are so cool. I would love to do it. If I was better at accents, I would absolutely do Melia. But, that's not happening. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where the world takes me and where my next JRPG obsession comes from, but it has very much been Xenoblade for like the past few years at this point. It's just progressively gotten bigger. 'Cause yeah, I mean, Fire Emblem's hitting, but it's not hitting. I still haven't finished 3 Houses. I don't have my copy of the game anymore. So when I go back to streaming that game, because, you know, I did start a run, the Golden Deer run on stream, I'm gonna have to refigure that out. Oh boy, that's gonna be brutal. Because I just remember that not Lands. God, I can't even remember our characters anymore. But, I just remember that there was one of the characters that I just kept throwing at enemies. And I was like, you can handle the hits, you can tank them, you can be fine. And then them die in, like, a hit. And I'm like, look, I understand you're supposed to be a mage and your kit is for a mage, but I need you to not be a mage right now. So, we'll be okay. But hey, thanks for subbing to Prime. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you. Yeah. Yeah, it was Lorenz. Yeah. I really wanted him to tank several hits, and he could only tank about one. And it was frustrating. But yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you guys all for coming in, checking it out, subbing, doing the whole shebang. I do appreciate you guys coming in to come chat with me, and I know I keep telling myself I'm gonna come do this a little bit more regularly. Please hold me accountable. If you're in my Discord, be like, hey, are you streaming? Hey, are you doing the thing? Hey. Because I'm definitely trying to make it more of something that I miss doing. I miss playing games. I miss chatting. I miss doing the whole shebang. So, you know, it's nice to see everybody. It's nice to be with everybody and to be chatting and doing the whole whatever it is that we do, this parasocial relationship that we got going on. Again, oh, it's fine. But yeah, thank you guys so much for doing all the stuff. And while I do have a life, while I do work a 9-to-5 job, while I do function at basically full capacity, there are about a few hours that I can squeeze to make time for you guys. I can make that work. Hopefully. Hopefully I can make that work. So like I said, Tuesdays. I'm definitely planning on Tuesdays. Because again, Tuesdays seem to kind of function in this weird anomaly space of like, they exist, but I don't do anything on Tuesdays. So I kind of just sit around and play videos, or I'm printing, or I'm, I don't know, jamming on my phone or some dumb shit. So I'm hoping to be a little bit more productive. And get back into the swing of stuff. So, yeah, I think that's kind of where we are, where things are headed. So if you guys ever get the chance to, check out my fun, cute little links up here. Like I said, when I started the stream, above the line is good. Below the line is not good. So, if you guys ever get the chance to, check out all of that good fun stuff. Again, I am posting a little bit more regularly, trying to get a little bit more on a schedule, trying to actually be active instead of just oh, I haven't posted in 3 weeks? Whoops. So, yeah, it's basically just I'm trying very hard to actually be present instead of, like, an absentee mom watching her kids and, like, the world go down and be like, okay. So, that's, you're telling me. They're not anymore. They used to be. My posts very much used to be, like, 3 weeks apart. I used to very much just be like, oh, hey, I did this really cool thing. Let me post about it. And then be like, oh, I forgot. Now I'm past my time. Oh, well, I'll wait till tomorrow. And then, like, a week goes by, and then I'm like, I'm really gonna do it. And then another week goes by, and then I'm like, my drafts are gone. It's just how it goes. The world does not want me to be a content creator, but god damn it if I'm gonna be one. But it's all thanks to you guys, so thank you. Thank you guys for supporting me in my awful dreams. So yeah. I think that's basically kind of where we're sitting, where things are kind of at. Coming back, streaming, chatting, make me something eventually. I would love that. I would love that. I am so excited to actually see how you've evolved in your prop making. 'Cause I think the last thing I got... So I know that I got Foos Tonto knife. That was a knife. And yeah, then I had the lyre for Venti. And that I'm still planning on shooting. And eventually I would love to shoot because I still think that's such a cool lyre. I don't think I haven't really seen other people with like a live wooden lyre that can actually be, you know, relatively played. I know I put metal strings and shit, but like, so I know eventually I would like to, but I think the wood finishes always turn out so nice. They're so clean. Like, there's something about it. There's a extra level of quality in it that I don't think people appreciate or know of or whatever the case is. And so it's really nice for it to exist. So, hey, anybody that's ever in here that's ever looking for props, please check out my prop master over here. Which way is my camera going? It's this way. My cute prop master over here, who's also my Discord mod, because you'd never guess it, he just stumbled upon me one day and was like, hey, you're making props, I make props, I'm gonna teach you how to actually make props because you're doing really bad. So, that's how we started our friendship, with him teaching me how to, you know, remember to properly ventilate when I'm sanding anything. I still don't. No, I don't. You're lucky if I get a scarf. But I also don't make as many props anymore. I'm not out here trying to do a whole lot of things anymore. I've actually very much toned down my props, toned down my costumes, so we're slowly evolving into the beings that we were supposed to be. But yeah, I definitely check out his work. His work is amazing. 10 out of 10 do agree. He's usually in my Discord posting his finished projects, and this last one that he did was actually, God, it was Shion's gun from SAO? Gun Gale? I think that was the last one, which, let me tell you, Tenchi, my other mod, was, like, so excited. I have a paint shelf full table to work on. That sounds so nice. I still have my little craft table that I used to do all of my streams on. That's now in my craft room, which is not this, unfortunately. I very much wish that I could still craft here with you guys, but, I have carpet now, and trying to do any of the small things that I was doing before, I would probably get murdered by my landlord, so I'm being nice and not. So I've set up a craft room where the flooring is tile, so I don't have as many issues. I could do it outside. I like painting in my garage, though. Yeah, that's kind of where things. The rifle itself. Yeah, the rifle was really cool though. But yeah, that's kind of where I think I'm. Quick question: when do you play games? Do we get to join? No worries. So admittedly, I don't know if my internet can handle multiplayer. If I were gonna be playing games, it's probably like I am going to be exploring and I'm gonna be an idiot and you guys are more than welcome to backseat me. Because I think that that's more entertaining and more engaging. Because there's definitely things like when I'm playing games, I kind of am a side quest slut where I do all of the side questing and do everything but main story, and just that's kind of the general vibe that I have. But a lot of the games that I do tend to play are very much of like the RPG genre, or like farming sims, or random otome games, or visual novels, or, you know, those are kind of the games that I'm more into. But I do have, my Steam. My Steam does exist, that I'm going to be trying to go through and update. And if there's ever games or anything that you guys want me to check out, I can take requests. I just can't promise I'm going to play any of them. If we can make that deal, I think we'll be okay. But as far as games go, I think I would love to play multiplayer with people in chat eventually, whenever my internet decides to get better, or if there's actually a game that requires multiplayer. Like, I know I was talking to a friend of mine that was like, yeah, let's play Monster Hunter, and I was like, do you mean on, like, the PlayStation? And he was like, no, on PC, and I was like, but I have it on PlayStation. So, needless to say, we have not played. But I do have Final Fantasy XIV that I know I would love to play with other people, because I'm okay, but I could be better. I would definitely love to play that with, like, friends. And, random people on the internet, because, there's nothing more fun than that. So, I mean, that's kind of where my genre kind of lays, and the things that I would be playing. I'm trying to think if there would be anything that I'd be like, yeah, so fun. I mean, the only other one that I can think of that, like, actually is a lot of fun with multiplayer would even be, like, the Pokemon games, or if anybody ever still played Animal Crossing, or anything like that, that would work. But I don't see that happening currently. I see that happening in the future. If we ever get the chance to, if I ever get the chance to test it out with mods or people like you guys on stream, and I'm like, hey, this is the game I'm in, join me, do whatever. Or, if we start up a Discord chat or whatever the case might be. We can test it, see how it in theory functions, but otherwise, I'm gonna take the, I'll play, y'all can backseat. And I think that works out pretty well. So, let's, I think, I'm not big in multiplayer games. Yeah, I'm not either. So, I'm definitely not a multiplayer games require me to, like, actively have people and friends that play the same games. That's a little difficult sometimes. I do play Genshin sometimes, but it just likes to eat all of my internet, so I haven't played it terribly recently. But I was playing it a little while ago. So, I mean, there's always different games to play, so, like, again, if it gets presented to me, again, probably the best way to talk to me about a lot of this stuff is through my Discord, which, fuck my life, let me see if I've got the... No, it's not doing the thing. Oh, god damn it, Streamlabs. I got a Discord. It's if you go to any of these social medias, I should have a link to it. So, feel free, do the thing. And then that will be the best place to go. But yeah, I haven't started Star Rail. I don't want to start Star Rail. I'm good. I don't need another time sink, in any of my stuff. I don't need it. I don't need it. Let me see, is it this one? There it is. Thanks for getting my Discord. I'll have to go in and refresh all of my commands, because it seems like my commands don't exist anymore. It's okay. It's been ages since I've needed to use any of my stuff, so if you guys ever get the chance to, that's the best place to reach me for any games, any suggestions, anything like that. I do have all of that stuff listed in there, so we can always have fun, do a chat, do a thing, and, just enjoy our time. Just enjoy it. But I think for tonight, I'm probably gonna call it stream. I don't have a whole lot more to talk about, and I feel like I've been rambling about games for ages. So I think I'm gonna end this on a high note instead of ending it on a low note, like I usually do. So, yeah, just in time I need to take. Perfect. I have fun. We'll see you later. Thanks, my dude. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna go ahead, call it stream here. If you guys do have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to reach out to me. But thank you guys, everybody, for joining me on this adventure of an evening. Definitely hoping to get back in the swing of things. Please bug the shit out of me if I don't stream next week. So if we get the chance to, I'm gonna have music next week. I'm gonna hopefully have a game next week. I'm gonna do the whole shebang, and I'm gonna be like an actual streamer. Instead of just sitting here and chatting your ear off for an hour and a half. God, I can't believe I actually sit here and I talk like that. I can't believe you guys let me talk that long, and you guys actually sit here and let me talk that long. So, anyway, I think I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you guys. Thanks everybody for joining. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to message me in my Discord or my social medias. Make sure to check out my fun social medias all down here. Thank you everybody to all of my new subs and followers and all that good whole shebang. That's my shameless plug for the evening. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoy your evenings. Yeah, I think that's gonna be that's gonna be it for me. So I'll see you guys later. Have fun. Good night, everybody. Good night. I'm hoping that it's night for most people. It is for me. It is 9:30. So I still have a little bit of time in my night. Hopefully I can get some stuff done. But for everybody else, good night. Get some sleep. I will see you next week. Goodbye.